and whatever I see is smiling at me. Love is who I am.
Hello there, beloved Ascension Pioneers, all you divine lovers out there. So this is actually just a very quick video from me because I want to share about something that I've received as an email today, which was someone writing to me about the fact that a few years ago I came to them in a dream and told them that they're on the path of self-mastery, but they didn't quite get it why I was actually giving them that message. Since that time, as I watched my video, I was actually talking about twin souls and partnership and things like that. So the thing is that I want to share about the path of really embracing, of walking as an ascended master, because this is something that a lot of people tend to either fantasize about or complicate about. So the first thing is that why I always shared on my path so diligently in reference to what was needed to be said at a certain time is because people were at a certain stage of evolution, and I always talked about the things that I felt people needed to hear. I mean, Spirit always presented me with, you know, this is the kind of thing that needs to be paved as a way so that people could later get to higher states of refined soul evolution. Because the thing is that we can't just go from zero to superhero, right? I mean, I couldn't just those few years back talk about, you know, ascended masters and really becoming a master, because at that point I wasn't yet in my own journey initiated into really claiming that path. So I don't talk about the things that I'm not initiated into yet as a physical being. So I've shared with you before that my soul is a master soul, but it was always shared with me that I need to integrate it in this human body, otherwise I'm nothing. So I always shared with you the things that I felt are a way, you know, to that mastery, which were many pitfalls of the human experience, many illusions, delusions, you know, all the things I've been addressing since the New Age, twin flame phenomena, all of these things that people were going through, and a lot of them even got stuck there. I mean, no one is stuck somewhere eternally forever. But the thing is that I've always talked about the things that each being, as we're walking towards self-mastery, we need to face and we need to confront, until one point you're really going to be just with yourself, with your bare naked self, with your master self, and you will know. And I've shared with you before that I've received through Spirit that there's a group of 33 sovereign beings, 33 masters. There's like a group because, you know, in Spirit we are servants together. Although on Earth we kind of isolated at times, and we're each covering our own areas, and we are where we are in our human embodiment. But I was shared that my group of masters is comprising of 33 master beings, master souls who came to Earth to do planetary service at this time. For the beings who will choose, because their soul is ready and their soul has done enough journey and Earth experience and is ready to culminate in that cycle, and these people would just naturally find this and they would resonate to us and find this as a path. But again, I want to reiterate the fact that many people who come across what I share will often still be perceiving that as in connection to me, because sometimes people say, wow, I'm experiencing this, or there's a synchronicity, how is this related from me to you? Let me tell you, it's not personal. You will resonate with the things that I talk about because your soul is there, because your soul found its current place. That's why you resonate with it, and that's why you're having these synchronicities and experiences. It has nothing to do with me. I'm a free sovereign. I'm here to share. I'm here to serve the white light of unity. But that doesn't mean I need to have a personal experience with you and a personal relationship with you, as in terms of people many times think, oh, we must be connected in a special way. We're all connected in a special way. That's the whole point. The beauty of life is how all of these pieces are coming together in an organic way. So my part is only my part. I cannot live other people's part. So as I was going through the journey of that embodiment, I had to go through these initiations just as well as every human in evolution now, and choosing the path of ascended mastery will start choosing and will have to go through in their own way. Will be unique for them. But what I've shared and worked through for so many years, and a lot of these things that I spoke about in the beginning of my videos, it's like, ancient past. And yet, as a sovereign, I understand the underlying perfection in it all. And I would not eliminate those aspects that simply needed to be there as helping people to assimilate those fragmented aspects of themselves so that one time they could be whole. They could remember that the ascended mastery is something that they can choose, you know. And as the person writing to me shared, at that time I was like, no, that's not for me. Ascended mastery, what? You know, people hear about ascended masters, but we always refer to it as something on the outside or reserved for just someone special or a special group of beings. And we put it on a pedestal and we think, wow, it's so like a little, you know, out of this world. Well, it is and it isn't in the same time, because we like to see things as special in terms of postponing them in the future. And yet when your time for mastery comes, believe me, you will be summoned up. Your soul will call you. You will have these initiations, you will have these knowings, and only you can truly know that you're ready. And that's why you're choosing different things for yourself, because you are ready. And when I talk about the art of choice, I'm not talking about, okay, you as a human, now today you can do this, this, or that. Well, that's one level. But when I talk about the art of refined choice and mastery, is working with the focus that is a steady devotion to the path of mastery. It might seem very tempting to a lot of the people. It might seem very rewarding and, you know, luscious, whatever. But it is rewarding when you do the work. You have to walk the steps. And although there's people who still won't recognize what you're doing, you gotta really earn your own self-recognition. I've just shared with my mother in a conversation today that, you know, there's those people who always kind of trigger us into more self-doubt. These people are a necessary part of the journey as well, because through them, our initiation will be, well, just further self-acceptance, accept the self even more. So if someone is mocking your masters, like, that's not possible, who do you think you are, right? Then embrace it even more. Embrace your mastery even more. Know that what you're choosing. So I was asking myself about the nature of the difference between ascended beings and ascended masters, because I was reading certain books and material and they refer to these two as separate, as different. So they're not separate, of course, but they are a bit unique. So as right now on this planet, there's many beings ascending. They will become ascended beings, not necessarily ascended masters, if you know what I mean. So to be an ascended being means that you will lift up your frequency to a certain degree that will help you move along the body with the shift. That won't necessarily mean you will become a total master, you know, like we talk about ascended masters. So there will be degrees of sovereignty, there will be degrees of the shift, there will be degrees of personal mastery. That is a starting point towards ascended mastery. So to master physical ascension as in resurrection, that's what ascended masters did. And that's what many of you can now do, because it's not like something you can wait for eons and eons, because those eons and eons of the time that you've already lived through your incarnations, not just on this planet but beyond, you've already did that. You've already done it. And now the point of graduation will feel like, I did the work, you know, now I'm feeling these rewards are coming because I've done the work. And all the pitfalls and everything I've gone through, including the spiritual new age BS and a lot of the programming and imprinting that's been placed there so people could be further misled. But when you're an awakened conscious soul, when you're really an ancient being, you will see through those pitfalls, because you've done the maturation part on your soul's end journey, and you will know. So how to feel that this is your path? First step, just embrace it. Don't say, well, it's not me, I'm not, you know. You see what happened with a person who wrote to me a few years later. They were naturally guided into choosing different things for themselves through their sovereign being. And that's how it happens. It's just when it's time, it's time. So no more mockery, no more postponing, well, thinking, well, it's the outer contact with these masters. There's a lot of you who are now ready to become these masters. And I was shown years back with my journey that I would be assisting these people, because that's what I've chosen. And this is my main work. The refrain of my main work will be with these beings who are ready, working more with these beings, working more on the refinement of our choice as a master, how to live it, how to live our sovereign, and to really be an initiative spirit even furthermore, because there's lots more opportunity that awaits when you embrace your self-mastery, when you no longer say, well, that's not for me. It is for you if you feel that it is. And there's a difference between fanatically obsessing over it and making up stories and illusions, these ideas in our heads, or really walking the journey, walking the talk. Because then it's no longer an illusion, it's a reality. And it's not that thing that you boast about it, like, oh, I'm a master, and you yet don't embody none of the traits that a master would. You have to embody the essences, you have to embody those traits. So when we look at a certain pictures of masters, they always look beautiful beings, slim figures, with beautiful auras, with golden white light. Well, that's possible. I'm just saying that before we embrace the perfection of the masters, of our own mastery, before we embrace the potential, we're always going to be deluded, because we're going to think, okay, you know, one thing is to be humble, the other thing is to be too humble. So we got to tell the difference. Walk your talk, know your reality. I have a beautiful audio course now with Living Our Sovereign, Living Our Master Sovereign, that's available on my page, Serapina Light, under what's the section, Mastery Courses, I think. Yeah. And I also did a free spirit offering for all of us. It's called Stargazing Light Activation. You can find it on SoundCloud. My SoundCloud profile hasn't really been active for a while, but I felt it was time for that offering, because it's kind of like a journey to help you really move inwardly through the embracing of the unique star that you are. And there's a light activation there as well, and attunement and some light language. And that's it. I hope this will resonate with you. As we're walking this path, the possibilities are really becoming limitless now. And I've shared this with you before, that the 8th of 8 this year is a powerful gateway for the first group of master initiates who've been doing the work so bravely, so boldly, and so devotedly. Here we are. We will recognize the new degree, the new pathway, because life will be more in flow. There will be greater harmony. But read more about that in my blogs to come, with Ascension updates on Diary of an Ascension Pioneer, and subscribe to what I'm sharing, and just see me where I am, where I share my frequent updates. I love you all so very much, with so much grace, beauty, and the heart of the Alps. Tuning in, tuning out. I'll see you soon. Hello.
Hello.
Have a guest feature here today. So I wanted to give you an example. This is my mom. You probably know her from before. So I've mentioned to you before that sometimes, you know, for most people who just feel like they're living their ordinary lives, my mom used to be a nursery kindergarten teacher, right? And then she became a mandala painter. And you know, as you're walking towards your master, you're gonna acquire more and more different things from your soul. You're not just gonna be one thing, but your mind sometimes will tell you, well, I'm just doing these things, I cannot be a master, right? So I took her here on the spot to kind of give her as an example. So as I came into embodiment and as I started walking my initiations, it wasn't always easy, right? Yes. It wasn't easy. So to go through the path of mastery, you're going to have to go sometimes through these initiations. And for a lot of people that are still holding a lot of these beliefs, might be difficult. So there's always one question, which is, do I want to be a slave to these beliefs, or do I want to be a free sovereign being? So what are you choosing? You choose to be a free sovereign being? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, she chooses. Well, she doesn't speak English very well, but she speaks perfectly in the resonance of the heart. But I wanted to say again that as I've been going and growing with her as well, because I've been mastering myself within myself, and then also in relationships, a lot of this path was being walked through my companion. And the thing was that it really wasn't always easy, you know, to reflect on all those things. And as I've been telling her a lot of the times, you know, well, this is just something you're going to acquire in this path. And many times she said, oh, no, mastery, that's just for you. That's not for me, right? You said that
Yes.
so many times. And I always told her, well, you're going to see, right, for yourself. And then more and more, right, as you awaken, you feel that this is your path.
Yes.
Right? And now you chose it. Yeah, so still, you know, to work with doubt, I've talked about this before, it can present you with many things, because the thing is, we have this idea, right, what a master is, and she had the idea that that's me, right? Yeah, she said, oh, Polona is a master, not me, right? I'm just her companion. But the thing is that I've shared with you, there's those of us who've come here to serve those who are choosing it, who in this lifetime, their soul is ready. And when the soul is ready, a lot of the focus will go on the path of mastery, to focus on your ascension. So with my mom here, she used to be so many things. She did a lot of things always for others, for other people, nursing babies, helping other people, always so much. But as she stepped fully onto this path, now her ascension path is mostly really about her, right? Your path is now, the focus is you.
Yes.
Yeah, so she
Yes.
also has a lot of times just in her solitude and nature, you know, facing those doubts and fears that tell you, no, this is not your path. So it's not something that we have as this ideal, oh, this master, right? Or how they're supposed to look, or how they're dressing up. You know, even if you're dressed up, it's just the outer, right? It's just you. You're worshiping yourself in a way that you honor yourself. You honor your unique frequency of light. But it's not something that's reserved for special people. We are those people now.
Yes.
We are these masters now.
Yes.
So it's about the way you live. So for example, I serve certain types of people that come to me. There are certain people that come to her that are in a different frequency, but these people need her guidance, or just her comfortable word, or her warmth in the heart, or, you know, I'm saying that there's different levels of mastery, and yet it's all unified. And for us to tell ourselves it's just linear and it's just reserved for this I don't know, highest ideal we have in our mind, then we're clearly missing the point. So the synthesis here is that it's not always an easy path. No? Yeah. Is it challenging sometimes? Yes. But you know what you're choosing, and is your heart? Is you're choosing your heart? Yeah. Yeah is in Slovene language. Yes is in English. Okay, so we wanted to share this with you. I hope you can feel the energy. So we always, together, we kind of like, we are a synthesized being. We're like each approaching creation from our own angle, and yet it's not an exclusive thing at all. So it's just an encouragement for all those of you out there who think, well, you know, it's supposed to be a certain way, or I'm just a random person. Well, who were all masters? They were just a person, right? You're just a person, and yet you are so much more. So we're greeting you from the heart of the Alps here, sending you many blessings, and I hope you enjoyed this little convo at the end. We're gonna go have some nature moments now. Yes. Enjoy. Bye bye. Magical.